Hey, everybody, welcome to Buzzing About Romance. I am Becky, and joining me for this episode is Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Becky.
And Heather. Hey, Heather.
Hello.
And back from her travels a wild, Lindsey. Hi, Lindsey.
Hi.
How's everybody?
Good.
Happy Thanksgiving
Good.
week. Did you
Yeah. Good Thanksgiving.
did you make all the pies?
No pie.
No
Not
pie.
yet.
No pie. Heather,
I
how
have a
much do you have to
book.
cook? You have a book.
I do.
What?
I have a pie book that I'm obsessed
Oh,
with from
Oh,
PD's Pie
fun.
in New York. It is the best pie book. Like the pies turn out just like they do from her shop.
Do you know how you have
nice.
the best pies? You call Bob Evans and you pick it up on Wednesday night. Or
My mom makes all of our pies, and I just make the turkey, mashed potatoes, and ham.
I mean, if you're feeling froggy, you can drive like an hour and a half down the road and go to Amish country and buy the pies from those people too. But I don't do that.
Amish country is like 20 hours away from me.
No, I'm just saying. It's 90 minutes.
We have Betty's Pies here in Minnesota up on the North Shore, and they sell them, but I didn't buy any this year.
We do have a town called Pie Town, and like that's literally all there is to do there.
Oh, wow.
Amanda, do you make your
I'd go.
pies? I mean, I'd
No,
go.
I don't make anything. Like, I have like two dishes I make like during the year, unless it's like chicken or broccoli. Yeah, I'm not like, I'll do like a tiramisu, which I think I did that for one Thanksgiving. But yeah,
Yeah.
or we do like individual little cookies. But yeah.
The other night we had Silent Book Club and Gretchen was on and she's like, okay, who's ever deep fried a turkey? And how did it go? And did it really make a difference? Like, she needed to know all the deep frying facts. And all I could see was Jenny's eyes just getting bigger and bigger because, you know, with Jeremy having worked formally as an EMT, he has
Yeah.
seen some of those disasters.
Mhm.
And we just kept saying, Gretchen, that's the kind of thing you should be a bystander.
Yeah. I mean, we've done it. My family has done it. My brother's done it. But yeah, we have miles of open fields out in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee. It's not like, there's plenty of space. My brother's done it a few times. So yeah.
Michael would never, I mean, Michael could do it, but I would never be allowed to be in charge of that
Oh
operation.
no.
I just know that's how like a lot of people burn their house down, deep
Yeah.
frying it too
100%.
close to their garage, and then you just see
Yeah.
Merry Thanksgiving.
Or their deck here, like that's the thing. They'll put it on their deck, like,
Oh, wow.
hello.
On their deck?
Right? I know. Like it's a structure that could fall, whatever.
Okay.
We have a trigger, and so we smoke a turkey, and then we
Yum.
have to have two.
Yeah.
So, a regular kind and then a smoked turkey.
I love smoked turkey.
Mhm.
That sounds so delicious.
So yummy. Okay, so Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday. We still have a sip and discuss on Wednesday. For those that are going to be around, we are Drinksgiving. I have some drink ideas as I finished the book today. So I'll be sending those out for everybody to kind of have a look at. But this episode, we feel that as people are trying to escape from their holiday celebrations and looking for a corner to hide in, they might want to read Christmas romances.
Mhm.
Yes.
So,
100%.
'tis the season to fill your TBR with holiday cheer and a whole lot of heat. On this episode, we're diving into the most festive romances to warm your heart and maybe your toes this winter. From stories packed with holiday hilarity and sizzling spice to jolly rom-coms that make you laugh out loud, we've got recommendations to keep you cozy all season long. And for those who love a little extra holiday magic, we're talking one bed snowed in Santas, all the joyful, spicy moments. I got some monsters for you. Boy, do I got some monsters for you. To make this time of year unforgettable. So grab your cocoa, curl up by the fire, and let's deck the TBR shelves together.
Mhm.
So If you had asked me 3 years ago, I'd have told you I don't like holiday romances. I really didn't read them much. I'd watched the Hallmark movies, but I never really got into the holiday romances. And then I think it was 2 years ago, Leah really pushed me. She's like, no, we have to have some Christmas romances. We can't go a whole holiday season and not give somebody some Christmas recs. And I'm like, do we really need them? Do we?
There's a lot of them.
There's
Yeah.
so many. And there for a while in 2021, we saw some author groups that would come out with these little novella series that were multiple authors. And you'd
Yeah.
get like one good one, and then the other 11 were like, what the flying fig did I just read? Like, that was not okay. And so as we moved through in 2022, that's when I started to find these like quirky, sexy, Santa geared romances, and also a little bit of the monsters. And then last year was just off the charts monster Christmases. Because give me some candy cane flavored,
Yeah.
whatnot,
Sure.
and ho ho ho. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay. So, and that's something we do see. We see lots of surprise releases, and I think this year, in particular, because authors really were feeling kind of boxed in with the election and not knowing when to release a book or how to release a book. I do think we have a lot of surprise releases happening right now over the next, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Ones that we haven't seen any marketing or PR on, but all of a sudden the author's like, I have a book coming out next week. And you're like, great.
Yeah. I've seen that a few times. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. So we've talked in the past about our Die Hard test, and about whether or not the book needs, how much Christmas does the book need to be considered a Christmas romance, or holiday romance. But so we've kind of beat that bush, right? So let's talk about more about charm. How much Christmas charm do we need to see in these books? Do you need the warm, glowing feeling? Do you need snow? I mean, what do you need to make this book feel holiday magical?
I think for me it shifted. I actually totally understand the heroines or the heroes that are like ambivalent or really don't like Christmas. I like feel them. Like as a mom, being in charge of everyone's joy, it gets old.
Well, and you're at a weird stage for your kids because your kids are older and they
Yeah.
don't believe in Santa anymore. So that mom magic
No.
of Santa and the youthful exuberance is kind of gone. I'll never forget the first Christmas that I
When
had
they
to
don't believe.
wake my children up. Like it was 9 o'clock and Mike's like, I'd like to have breakfast. And I'm like, they're still sleeping. He's like, wake their asses up. It's hard to go from the mom that, has to tell them to go back to bed because it's only 2:30 in the morning.
It is, and I think if you believe, you receive. So if like you keep the joy and magic alive for younger kids, then you receive Santa. And so that's how we roll at our house. But it used to be like your big gift was from Santa. Well, now like it's really sad. My kids are like, I don't really need. I mean, like my youngest is like, I actually need some Barnes and Noble gift cards because I need the rest of the Percy Jackson series because he stayed until 4 in the morning reading.
Which I
My
love.
husband's like,
I love it.
I wonder where he gets that from.
No
My
clue.
mom My mom goes all out for Christmas, and like it's really funny. There's a big age gap between me and my brother. So like when we were teenagers, my mom was like, "You will not ruin Santa for anyone in this house, or you'll never get a present." My mom is very serious about Christmas rules.
Mhm.
So it's really interesting because like as my brother grew up, like we're all adults now, and like we still leave cookies out for Santa. Like we've taken the responsibility of like keeping the magic of Christmas alive. So we're always like,
Mhm.
nudge, nudge, like, what does Santa want this year? Does Santa need whiskey instead of milk with cookies? Like, what cookies?
Mhm.
It's just like really changed, you know? And I don't know, it's really fun. My mom is also just like evil with Christmas because she was like, you know what? You're all getting gift cards and money. Well, now you get to house hunt. Like, she decorates her house and she hides them.
That's
And then there's
fantastic.
rules. You can't tell anybody else where theirs is. Like, it could be anywhere. It's wild. Sometimes they're hidden in like really awful puzzles that you have to solve to get it out.
I like that,
I've
actually,
my
bought
as
gosh.
mom.
those. I've bought the locked puzzle boxes and puzzle cubes and stuff
Mhm.
like that and put gift cards and money in it for the kids. Those are so fun. So fun. But okay,
Yeah.
back to books. Amanda, what level of charm do you need for it to feel like a Christmas romance?
Honestly, it just if it's set a good portion of the book in and around Christmas, I'm fine with it because I don't like I don't know. I think probably because we're not huge. I mean, we celebrate Christmas, we decorate and everything, but we're pretty low key. Like we just do stockings for each other. We don't have any little kids in our family anymore. So if it's just around Christmas, I'm like, okay, it's a Christmas book.
It's a Christmas book.
Yeah.
Is there a trope that you gravitate towards in your Christmas romances? So, do you want the one bed snowed in? Do you want the grumpy holiday hater meets the festive optimist? What is it? Do you want Santa? Do you want, you know?
Yes, all of that.
Yes. Okay. So I wrote down like a book title, and it was like My Biker's Tiny Package, and I was just like dead over the title. I want like something humorous. I want unexpected. Like there's nothing like it's kind of like the same thing with paranormal where it's like anything goes pretty much.
Yeah.
As long as like it's a feel good book. I don't want it to be super depressing. Like when
But okay, so, and I get that. You know, you want joy, but don't you think that some people, sometimes because holidays are rough, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
especially if you're disconnected from family or you're away from family, sometimes you want that holiday warmth of a book, but that is a little angsty and emotional, don't you? I mean, just so you don't feel so alone.
Yeah, I think you can run the gamut. Like kind of like Lindsay pointed out, like I like a wide range of Christmas books. Like I'm good with, like I said, anything really set in around the holidays. Like it can be an emotional, it can be a rom-com, it can kind of be, you know, it can be whatever for me.
Yeah, I just want a really good like one of the things that I like about them is like when one of the characters cares about the holiday joy and like they are seeking that holiday joy no matter the circumstances. And then I also want a happily ever after. I do tend to gravitate towards the rom-commy ones
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
pretty strongly,
I
but I
think
read any of them.
so. I feel like for me, the Christmas book that is like the elevated Christmas book that I compare all Christmas romances to is Not Your Average Vixen by Krista Sandor. That book, if you haven't read it, what's wrong with you?
Do it.
Do it. Have you read it,
Just do
Amanda?
it.
I read it. I think I read it
Okay.
Christmas is.
either last Christmas, maybe last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago. Yeah.
So I think about that book because it hits the angst of not having family, like small family, because that's something for me that I always like. How do people have that much of a family? Like we're just not that big. And even when I was younger, I didn't have any cousins on my dad's side, and there were only 6 cousins on my mom's side. Like I just never had the big giant like 75 aunts and uncles and 58 cousins. So I loved Not Your Average Vixen for the fact that it was a smaller family gathering, intimate. It's funny, it's quirky, but it also deals with how alone, kind of what Heather and I were talking about, like that mom, like you do and do and do, and then where's your holiday magic?
Yeah. Oh no, I force people to do. I'm like, listen, my stocking better rock because your stockings are amazing. So get it together. We also are doing advent calendars this year. PSA for anybody. Costco has a whiskey advent calendar.
Oh, yeah,
If
you were
your
talking about that.
Costco sells liquor.
Oh, that's true.
Charlie looked at ours, and ours does sell liquor, and I didn't see it's not here.
They were selling very quickly.
My
Sorry.
Costco does not sell liquor because Ohio is, whatever. It's okay. I got a Bailey's I got a
Bailey's?
Bailey's advent calendar from Aldi that has 12 different flavors of Bailey's. I bought Michael a Funko Pop Pokemon advent calendar. He gets a little
fun.
Pokemon Funko.
That's cute.
Ooh, the jam one. Somebody else said the jam one, yeah.
Oh.
Our Aldi doesn't sell liquor, which I kind of wish it would because they have cool stuff.
Yeah.
I really want an author to release a book as an advent calendar where you get a chapter every day. I would pay for this.
That would be.
I would also drive myself crazy after like 4 chapters and be like, why the heck did I want this?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a person. I can't do advent calendars.
You open them? I
with
cannot
anything in
fathom
it.
that.
I can't. My husband, I got one while I was away. The one that I ordered this year was yarn, and I was halfway through it. My husband walked in the room and he was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
"Just leave. You see nothing." I was like, "I'm putting them all back in their pouches." Like,
I bought Sydney one for her cat. Like 24 days of cat toys. Guess what's already been opened?
Oh.
Every single one.
Oh, no. that
Aldi
is
had
like a
one
rule.
that's a
Rule.
mini puzzle. So,
Mhm.
and then it makes one big puzzle for 24 days. And she's like, can we do it now? And I'm like, December 1st, one a day. I bought Mike a bluey one for his office that creates like a Christmas scene. And they figured out they had to start opening it last Wednesday, I think, because of how many days they'll be in the office and stuff. But they really wanted.
I don't typically do them, but I bought the Book Babe design one this year with the stickers, so we'll see how I do. So
Okay.
when it gets here,
Yeah,
I think it's coming this week.
It's 15 days or something, right? Because I bought one too.
I don't remember.
Me either.
I think I get it tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so is there a holiday book out there that has not been written, or a trope that has not been written that you wish somebody would write? Like, I think it would be hilarious for an author to write their own version of Die Hard into a holiday romance.
Oh, yeah.
that would be such a good opportunity for romantic suspense authors to like break into the Christmas genre because they don't really have many, but there's so many opportunities to do like a Die Hard type
Yeah.
situation.
Is there any other?
I think a second chance. Like, think about like a couple that's on the brink of divorce and they like get snowed in and all of technology and they like hash out their problems. Is that a thing? I'm sure
Well,
it is.
yeah, we had that. I've had that. Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake is a second chance.
Okay.
In the Event of Love by Courtney Kay was a second chance. That Marshmallow Mountain by
Is that
M.A.
second
Wardle and A.J. Truman. It's second chance.
Kelly Kay has one, but they're already divorced and they're like faking being married for their friends.
There's one, and I can't remember the name of it. I was just talking to somebody about it, but it's a Cleo Evans has a new one, and it's a couple. It's like 90 something pages, but it's a couple, and they're having like problems, and they go stay at this cabin, and they're trying to figure it out, but they end up like 2 other guys come into the situation, so it's like an MMMF. and like it helps them get this couple get their groove back. And I'll figure it out and send you the name.
I
Heather, but
had
it's
that
by
one on my
Cleo
list.
Evans. Do you have it? Okay.
Hold on, I have to look. Oh, The Perfect Gift, a Christmas. Is it the Christmas Cuckold novella?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was not on my list, but it needs to be.
Okay, speaking of Cleo Evans, we can just go into book recs. We're a little all over the place tonight.
Sorry. Okay.
Speaking of Cleo Evans, last year she had her book Monster Pucker, and I read that, and it was a delight. It was
Yeah, you haven't stopped talking about it.
the
We
Monster
talk about it
Hockey
often.
League, a Yeti, and a Krampus, and a reporter. And she has a follow-up to it this year.
Oh, does she?
It's male. It's on my Kindle. I gotta find it for you guys because
I think it's Monster Pucked.
Monster Pucked. Yes. Yeah, it's male, and it's 2 other different kinds of monsters. That
Okay, and so the first one was Monster Pucker, and the second one is Monster Pucked.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love Cleo Evans. But yeah, the one you're talking about is The Perfect Gift, a Christmas cuckold novella. So, Heather, how fast did you just check that out?
she's already got it. She's good to go.
How fast, Heather?
Like real fast. It's just that's my jam. I'm totally like
It's fun.
nothing is making me happy right now other than hockey. I don't know why.
I will tell you, I did the Amazon Originals, the 5 books that are read and listen, and they're available even if you have Amazon Prime. You don't have to have Kindle Unlimited. And they're read listens, and it's Allie Hazelwood, Tessa Bailey, Olivia Dade, Alexandria Belfleur, and Alexis Daria. Those were so cute. It was kind of like within that meet cute that we did last year, Lindsey, for Valentine's Day. It's Under the Mistletoe collection. Those were so cute. All but Tessa Bailey's. Hers was dumb. It was dumb. But they were just quick, like 90-minute, 2 hour. I think with the longest one was like 2 hours, maybe 98 minutes. It wasn't very long. And they were just really well done. Alexis Daria's is my favorite, and then Olivia Dade's. So, and it's read listen, which is
really
total
nice.
bonus.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, this is not going to be a shock to anyone, is Hate Me Under the Mistletoe by Kelly Jamieson. Like they did this series last year, but hers, like he was a billet at her family. It's a hockey term, but they get like snowed in, and it's just really great.
That was kind of a cute series because that was with Jamie Davenport, Tess Thompson.
Yeah, a bunch.
Kat Mazira, I think, did that one with the 4 of them.
Yep.
It was a cute series. Kelly Jamieson also. So one of the things that I have learned over the last few years with Kelly Jamieson, there are 2 things that lady loves: Christmas and a wedding.
Yeah.
If you tell her, hey, you can write a Christmas book, or hey, you can write a wedding, she will do it.
And she doesn't even remember. She's like, I guess I do love weddings. I just adore her as a human. She's so
her new
cute.
book.
I haven't started it.
I'm so excited for it. I can't wait for everybody else to read it. But Kelly has Mary Pucking Christmas that she dropped last year that was in her Bears series. That was really well done. Kind of had the splendor of New York, which
that's fun.
We do get a lot of that. New York Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I have any on my. I don't have any on my list with New York Christmas. I don't think.
I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't read these in a year, so I have my recs broken out into the books that I'll read over and over and over again. Like I'll revisit them, and then I have them broken out into like TBR. Like what's on my list for this year.
Just start talking.
A lot of them are like one and done for me. But like the Pinnacle of all Christmas romances is for sure Not Your Average Vixen by Krista Sandor. Like that is a every year must read for me. And the other fun thing about it is like you can get the like when I got it, I have the paperback of it and I'll read the paperback and like there were so many that were so cheap. I think I got my paperback for like $2 off
Oh,
Amazon
wow.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you are looking, so let's just do short and spicy first. If you're looking for really good short and spicy, Sexting Saint Nick by Sarah Bale.
Ooh.
That is 4 novellas. It is Santa and a phone sex worker who can't come to the North Pole because she's on the naughty list, so she has to get off the naughty list. The next is her best friend and Jack Frost, who is Santa's best friend. And then maybe it's only 3 books because then the next one is Cupid. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember you and Leah. Didn't you and Leah like read all of these and do like little short
We
episodes
did
on them?
a whole quick shot episode on those. And then His Holiday Treat by Sarah Bale, which it's her dad's best friend, former co-player. He's an NFL star. They're on a baking competition and she's one of the contestants and he's the judge.
I have a spicy one.
What's your spicy one?
Gifting Me to His Best Friend by Katie Roberts. Oh.
Every Christmas. Every Christmas.
That's an every Christmas. Yeah.
Kids, let's sit down by the fire and I'll read you a story.
Oh, so good.
Amanda, what do you got? Do you have any short and spicy? The Lauren Blakely one that's out this year, not short.
Honestly,
not short.
I do not read a ton of Christmas books. And when I read Christmas books, it's typically the middle of summer. So I don't unless an author that I'm on their ARC team or that I'm just like dying to get like an extra book out of them. Like I don't read a lot. So I don't, and I think I probably have read more than I know, but I just haven't shelved them. But
yeah.
I don't think I have a short, like super spicy one on my list. So sorry.
That's okay. Chloe Maine, she's in 3 different Christmas novella collections this year. She has Unwrapping His Naughty Secret. She's in a Cam Show Crush holiday novella series. And the Alpha Mountain.
Yeah, I think that was the one. I was going to ask you the other day about the Alpha Mountain one, and I couldn't remember what it was.
It's good. And then Dad Bod Christmas.
I found those too. I was like, some reverse harem on there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then
I did read some Dad Bod ones.
I'm all for it.
I found one. It's I gotta find it is. Sorry, I had it up. Oh, it is by Nicole Sanchez. It's called Holiday in Handcuffs. Welcome to Evergreen Park, a town known for their annual Christmas festival, blah, 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 mostly jolly residents. It's a holiday key party. That's right.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Sold me there. I was like, yes, please.
If you're looking for why choose, there's Filthy Rich Santas by Ava Ashwood.
Oh, nice.
And 4 Pucking Christmases by Emma Fox.
That's a good one.
I was actually talking to a friend of mine who was looking for one. I haven't read it, but it's in the same vein as Katie Robert. It's called Gifted to His Dad. It's a Christmas novella, and it's like a stepdad. It's by Jay Wilder.
Yeah, I read it.
Did you? Okay. Good.
Okay. There's not much of a plot.
Yeah.
Other than everybody meets as an adult. His stepdad married his mom after he was out of the house. And he gifts his girlfriend to his stepdad, and then they do it all together. Like a little family appetizer or something.
Nice.
It was delicious.
Mom's not there though, right?
Right. Okay. It was delicious. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the one somebody was asking me about. And I was like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I haven't read it, but I know what you're talking about.
Let's see here. Unwrapping His Naughty Secret. Oh, I did that one already. Bringing Home Trouble. It's a 14-book novella series, different authors. I've read a couple of them, and they're super spicy.
Who's in that one? Bringing home.
I don't remember. I think that's Frankie Love is in that group.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely one of those where a bunch of novella authors come together.
Are they all like separate, or is it like an anthology?
No, it's all separate.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'll look.
I really liked the Reindeer Falls novellas we did a couple years ago.
Oh, those Jana
That
Aston's.
episode where we all kind of read them, and the Jana Aston, they were so good. They're so cute. I read those. Those are on my list to read again this year.
So it's Cassie Hart's in it. She has one called One Twisted Christmas. My Ex's Dad is Coming to Town by Eve London. Oh, Unwrapping His Naughty Secret is in that one by Chloe Main.
Oh, okay.
Natasha Sterling, Holiday in Handcuffs.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
Gone Away Home by
that one
Ember
might be
Davis.
Different. Okay.
I found this series. It's Spice and Seduction. It's a whole like 11-book Christmas series. The first book is she's a WNBA player and she's doing like a charity Christmas date auction.
Oh, fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys,
These
these
seem
Cam, we have to
spicy.
read these Cam novellas. The Kingpin's
Chloe Main.
Nanny. The
Yeah,
Billionaire's
I'm
Naughty
down.
List. Her Billionaire Stocking Stuffer. Santa's Pretty Helper. The Professor's Holiday Surprise.
I found something Sold to the Naughty List is the one I found. So Auction to the Mobster.
Oh, those hadn't
Auction
come
to
out
the
yet.
Monster Man. Yep. So we're talking like Cassie Hart, Shaw Hart,
Yes.
CM Steele, Auction to the Titan, to the Cowboy.
That was it. So like a whole auction series.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is, I'm down.
So the Dad Bod Christmas, it has Sylvie Haas, Coco Elliott, Fern Fraser, Lena Love, Jessa Joy, Lonnie Ree, Cassie Mint, Sugar Dusted Dad Bod, Dad's Bod Curvy Neighbor, Dad's Bod Candy Cane, Dad's Bod Snow Job.
Oh.
Whew. Okay. A little racy here, people.
Oh my goodness.
I need to read all of those. So I love to read those short little spicy novellas.
Yeah.
Like, we're just, instead of watching TV, I'll take, a quick hour and read that. It's a little bit of holiday cheer and, some spice.
I like doing that too, and I just haven't done it with a Christmas, so that's why I was going to ask you the other day. So I definitely need to like get in on one of those.
I suggest you start with the Cam Girls.
This is also like if you are struggling to find a book that you like I would say just go through these novella lists. If you find a trope that you like,
Yeah.
pick it up. Like if you don't like it, send it back, right? Like there's no
Right, yeah. If you read like one
harm.
chapter and you're like, oh, this is not for me, send it back. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Lindsey, Sealed Under the Mistletoe is a second chance military romance by R.J. Gray. That's on my list.
I'm gonna have to check that
Sealed,
one
as in seal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any that have Hallmark vibes? We've done spicy now.
All of mine.
Hallmark vibes. So,
True.
of course, I'm going to say read Winterville. It is the perfect Hallmark Christmas holiday charm. But what else? What do we have that has the Hallmark vibe? But of course, there is spice.
There's a whole group of authors that do a Christmas fall series. Some really great, some of my favorites. That feels very like Hallmarky to
Christmassy.
me.
What do you got, Lindsay?
Um,
Why Heather's looking. What do you got?
A Very Merry Mistake by Lyra Parrish. The Penny Reed Three Kings series. She's got the first two, Homecoming and Drama King, out. Those are a little bit more grumpy, but they're Christmassy and they're Hallmark vibes, I think.
Yeah, I
'Cause
had
they're
that one down.
grumpy
So.
and Hallmark. A Very Bossy Christmas by Kaylee Ryan, like we did a long time ago. Kaylee Ryan for book club wound up doing all of her holiday series. Love that series start to finish. It's really great.
No, is that
Connor-
Kaylee Loring? Not.
Yeah, Kaylee Loring.
Yeah,
Not
because
Kate.
she has a New Year's one, A Very Snowed In New Year by Kaylee Loring.
Ooh. I haven't seen that one yet. I have a lot on my TBR that seem to be in this genre.
Okay. Throw them
One
out.
of them. So I think it's Leave It to Me by Lainey Hatcher. Amanda, I blame you for this. Like,
Yes.
I actually ordered the paperbacks from her because I'm like, these are so cute. I love them so much. And then like this one's coming out. The covers are adorable.
Yeah.
Like this one, I'm very excited for. All of the ones on my TBR, like I think new-ish releases.
I'm
for
getting that one on
Lisa.
Tuesday, by the
Yeah.
way.
are you gonna read it or it's just gonna go on your
Yes.
shelf?
No,
she's
I'm
getting an
getting
arc.
the e-arc
Oh,
on
okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait like the peasant I am.
Not long, December 17th. It's not long.
Just in time for me to get on a flight and be able to read it.
Yes.
I really want to read Hunkers Under the Holly by Amy Award. Like,
It is
oh
very
my
cute.
God,
It
the
is
name.
it is so cute. I just finished it the other day. It's adorable. Like it is complete like fluffy fun for the holidays, and it's actually Mac who is Chris's agent from like the first book, and I think he's Declan's agent too, but it's his story and his now wife, like Sarah Jane. The goose is Sir Honks a lot. It's hilarious. Like it's cute. You will love it. Like
The
so
cover
fun.
is
Well,
so cute. These covers, God, I love this series. It's
Yeah.
Amy, she has the ants and Santa's pants. I can't remember if
Ah.
that's like on our website or it was so good though.
It was
Yeah.
in a Christmas anthology last year, and I think she made it an exclusive download in her newsletter.
Yes, and I think she just resent that along with the one that's the dad, Bridger.
Yeah.
Like his and his wife's story, which I forget. It's like a baller for the holidays or a baller or something. So she just
Yes.
recently, I think, resent those out in her newsletter. So
There's a hockey one. It's called Old Goalie Night by K.M.
Yes.
Gillis. The
Oh,
cover is adorable.
So
it's
Danielle that listens to the podcast, she read it and said she thought it was really cute.
oh,
yeah,
that's
it's
the one with the
brother's
helmet.
best
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I'm
one's
excited for
on
that.
my list too. We maybe should do a quick shot because that one's on my list.
Yeah.
With, like all the kryptonite things in there that I love. And then the punny name. I'm so dead over this punny name.
I'm down. I love brother's best friend, teammate, grumpy, sunshine. I'm all for it.
So the cover that I think is really cute that has Hallmarkish vibes, but it has, I haven't read it yet. It's on my to read this week, is My December Darling by Lauren Asher. It's a gingerbread house. It's
so
super cute.
Yeah. Speaking of gingerbread, Lulu Moore's new one, the Once Upon a Christmas Tree, also has a gingerbread on the front because there's like a gingerbread competition. But it's like it's a setup for her new series, which is the Valentine Nook series. But it's really cute. It's like these brothers, it's kind of like a runaway groom, but the runaway groom is not the hero of the story. His brother is.
Okay.
So they're getting him out of England because they're like part of the peerage in England. So they're getting him out of England and they go to Aspen for like the holidays, and the heroine ends up being like she's a Christmas tree farmer. Like they have a Christmas tree farm, her family, and she runs like a Christmas store in the village. It's like Vacation Fling. It's happy for now because it's not the end of their story. So it's
Okay.
pretty like spicy. It has like all the Christmas stuff, but he hates Christmas for reasons. So you get a little bit of that in there too. But there's but yeah, the cover of that's really cute. It's like a little gingerbread house, but it just reminded me of that because Lauren
That's
Asher's
super
is
cute.
really cute too. I want to read that one.
Lauren Asher's is super cute. You want suspense, Lindsay? The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter.
Oh.
The audio on this was in my Libby. It might be over on Hoopla. I love Ali Carter. She wrote years ago, and then she kind of wasn't so famous. It's romance, but a little bit more cozy mystery vibe to it. But it's kind of a heist, Christmassy, detective. I can say words, right? Detective, romance. Anyway, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. If you've
That one
never
looks
read
really
Ali
good.
Carter, they kind of are. It's a low spice. It's a trad pub, low spice. It's going to lean a little towards the cozy mystery, the women's fiction, but it's really a great story. I really enjoyed it.
Nissa Catherine had one last year, and I forget the name, but she had a little short one last year too that was really good romantic suspense. So
Um,
Piper Rain has a Merry Christmas coming out.
yeah, I
That
actually
looks
just
kind of
it's
cute.
out. I just read it. It's
Oh, is
very
it?
cute. Yeah, it's a second chance. Like they meet previously when she's like overseas and studying like abroad, and he ends up being like the TA, and they kind of run back into each other, and they're actually like interviewing for the same job. So, and then he ends up like on her family Christmas vacation, and it's pretty cute. So I think it's like book 3. But I didn't read the other 2 books. They're about like one is her like a friend and one is like a family member. So,
yeah.
but yeah,
They do a Christmas book every year. Callie
Yeah.
Mel has 2 or 3 Christmas novellas out that are really well done.
Shane East narrates that. This is why it drew
the
me
Merry
to it.
the Merry Christmas.
The Merry Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mentioned before, and I want to talk about it just real quick, In the Event of Love by Courtney Kay. So I read this last year. The audio is on Hoopla. It's sapphic. It's a second chance. She comes back to her small town. Her best friend runs the Christmas tree lot. They end up falling in love. I don't know if it's her best friend. It's a friend from childhood. But it's really, really good. It's kind of in that vein with that May Marvel book that Everyone I Kissed Since
Oh
I Got
yeah.
Famous. Just kind of like there's angst there, but it's low key angst, not like other women drama. It's really well done. And Courtney Kay, the the book was just it was just what I needed. It was kind of like that Marshmallow Mountain that I read that was AJ Truman and M.A. Wardell. Like it just was sweet and fluffy and everything I needed.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
sometimes that's just exactly what you need. So
Okay. I also have a list of monster holiday romances that I've read that I feel like everybody needs to be reading. So today I read the Selkie Santa by Lilith Stone. It's part of her Mothman Metropolis series. There was also the Grinchy Gargoyle.
nice.
That one was cute. The cover that you sent
Mhm.
was
Right?
really adorable.
Anyway, really
Cover sells itself.
really cute, perfect monster holiday mashup. Mistletoe for My Minotaur by Honey Phillips, which she writes a ton of orcs and stuff like that. So I love Honey Phillips. Dear Monster Claus by Maeve Black. I read this last year. The audio was phenomenal. Santa is actually Satan, not Santa. He's Satan.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
And he has a candy cane shaped penis and tastes like peppermint and
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
phenomenal. Spicy phenomenalness. Delta James, her bah humbug mate. He's a reindeer shifter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so cute. Um, Spanked by the Krampus by Lisbeth Castle.
Nice.
And then I already said the Cleo Evans ones. Anyway, monsters get presents from Santa too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
They're also fun. I love the monster romance theme for Christmas because like the Krampus is a Christmas thing, the Yeti, like it just takes the Christmas characters that you love from these movies conceptually and like adds that mystical element that I like.
Right?
It's a different take on the holiday.
There's one that I had on my TBR. It's not monster, but it's a little paranormal, but it's like The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rash.
Mhm.
And it's actually the Halloween prince and the Christmas prince. And the premise is they're both supposed to be trying to court the princess of Easter, but then they fall in love with each other, I think. So it looks really good. I read her like YA fantasy stuff a while ago, so I definitely want to give that one a try.
If you want witchy Christmas, The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. It was, I think the audio is in Hoopla. It is like has to do with the winter solstice and
Oh, fun.
a little bit of spookiness. Anyway, she has a whole witch series. She did the X Hex.
Oh, yeah.
So it's called The Wedding Witch. It's book 3 in the X Hex, but they all stand alone. So
Yeah. And we have, I mean, and also just to point out, like we have a big list over on the website, like of all the ones that we were trying to read this year, which I've gotten to very few of them, but we have a large list over there.
well,
So
yeah, there's anticipated holiday reads over on the website.
yeah.
And then there is also, I made a list if you wanted to read the Megan Quinn Naughty Neighbor one.
Oh yeah, her new one.
But that one he uses a candy cane, like not like a candy cane, but like one of the thick round log like candy canes. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the ones
Yeah.
they put like candy inside of. Like those
No,
ones?
like
Oh.
the solid long stick candy cane, but it's like this,
Yep.
like it's the size of a quarter around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has another one that
He
is
uses it.
not it's Christmas themed, but it's not actually marketed as a Christmas book. The Romantic Pact from a few years ago, they're on a road trip, a Christmas road trip through Germany, and they go to like all these winter markets. They're drinking like mulled wine. It's very festive. I really love it. It's one of my favorite Megan
Who wrote
Quinn
that?
books.
Oh, Megan Quinn.
Yeah, it is Megan Quinn, but it's like still it's got, her comedy, but it's actually like really well written. It's a little more serious because like they're on this road trip. It's new adult where I think they're in college still, the last year of college,
Mm.
and they're on this winter road trip because it's in a will from their grandfather, like one of their grandfathers who passed away, and they like anyway, there's so many scenes at these Christmas markets, and it makes me want to go to Germany. I also I specifically asked my husband a lot about this because he lived in Germany as a kid for a couple years. And I was like, can you tell me about all these like Christmas things? Like, did you? He's like, I didn't care about this when I was 10. Like, he was like, if maybe you should just go. Maybe we
You're like, yes. Let's
Chicago
go.
has a
Yeah.
really good outdoor Christmas market. I think Houston does an outdoor Christmas market. And
Philly
some
does
of the
too. Philly has a really big one. I
Minneapolis
always
does
wanted to
too.
go, and we never made it before we moved from the East Coast. But
Minneapolis has pop-up bars. Lindsay, I'm telling you, you would love Minnesota.
I would until it gets cold, and then I'm a wuss. Like I'm such a wuss.
They
when
make jackets and hats and boots and like there's items to,
Heather's just over here lobbying
um
for people to move there.
Angela
We threw her off.
anyway, Angela Casella has The Thief Who Saved Christmas coming out. I don't think it's out yet. I think it comes out this week. Um, The Night Before Grumpmas by Kendall Hale. And Marry Me, Kaylee Ryan. By Kaylee Ryan comes out. And it's Marry Me spelled Merry. It comes out this week.
Yeah, I had that one on my upcoming list. I wanted to read that one.
Yeah.
I have the new one from Sarah Hogel. I think it's new. It might not be new, but Just Like Magic is supposed to be a Christmas book by her. And I really liked You Deserve Each Other. I was surprised I liked it, but like it was so
Cody Hall, Codi Hall, she writes only Christmas romances, and they lean a little bit more, again, lower spice, a little bit more women's fiction, but they're always cute, easy reads, and they're trad pub, so oftentimes they're right there in Hoopla on release day.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
going to go off script.
Okay.
Last night when we were watching the Christmas movie live watch on Discord, somebody's like, hey, I have Netflix again. What Netflix movies should I watch? And I was like, oh, I can tell you. So there's a new one it's Christmas in Notting Hill. So it's like a soccer, like a football player or whatever. Of course I have like, and she's a teacher. That's super cute. One of my family's favorites is Operation Christmas Drop.
Yes.
It's super cute. I think anybody should read that. Christmas on Cherry Lane. It like shows like 3 couples that kind of have this like big thing happen at Christmas. There's like an couple who gets to adopt a child. It looks really great. And then on Amazon Prime, it's called Christmas Island. It looks very cute. She's a pilot. He's like an air traffic controller. She's grumpy. He's sunshine. Looks super cute. Sorry, I'm totally off script,
it's
but
okay.
I thought of it last night and I was like, I'm going to do that.
So I did watch Christmas with You on Netflix, and that was very, very good. And then there's a bunch there that I plan to read in the coming weeks, but A Christmas Prince, and then there's A Christmas Prince Royal Wedding. Those were really good. They were very good when they came out. It was really funny because A Christmas Prince, when it came out, Netflix made a tweet and said somebody has watched this like 225 times and it wasn't even Christmas yet. And they were like, who hurt you? Who hurt you?
You were like, it was me. No.
It wasn't, but it could have been.
It was probably the actor's mom or something.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention Kaylee Gross has Trick Play that is available now, and then her X's and O's, which is our December book club pick, is now out also, and those are holiday short novellas. And then if you are watching along or hanging out with us on our Sip and Discuss episodes, starting in December, the first one is we are going to talk about The Merry Gentleman, which is available on Netflix, starring Chad Michael Murray, which we watched together last night as a group on Discord. And then I think later this week, I'm going to watch Hot Frosty with a group of people. So just watch Discord for that. And then the December 18th, we are going to discuss The Holiday.
My favorite movie ever.
Which is, but you know what? And then I think after that, I think we're actually going to do a watch along of The Family Stone. If you have
that's really good too.
If you have not watched this Christmas movie, it is one of those that I wish we could get in a book.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Complicated family. Angst is she the girl? Do we like her? Do we not like her? Is she the girl for him? On top of like the family and the things that are happening within the family unit itself.
Yeah, I would read that, and I'm glad you're going to do like a rewatch because I need a reason to rewatch it. So.
I love that movie. I mean, Craig T. Nelson, and it's not Diane Keaton. It's Jamie. No, it is
Diane Keaton. Right?
Yeah, it is Diane Keaton.
Is it? I think.
Yeah, it is Diane Keaton, and
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker is in that, and Luke Wilson It's
Yeah.
such a great holiday movie. So if you just need a movie and don't want to read, I 10 out of 10 recommend The Family Stone. It's so funny. It's kind of in that
Wow.
dark comedy holiday-ish of like the Royal Tannenbaums,
Yeah, but way better.
but way better. But way better.
Mhm.
I have a giant family, and I feel like one of the reasons I love that movie so much is because like our Christmases are always chaotic and unpredictable, and like absolutely chaotic like that. Like there's always something going on, and like there's always levity with the fun and
Yeah.
hilarity of it, and it's just like there's a very I don't know how you describe that balance, but the movie just captures like what seems like a very real Christmas to me
Yeah.
so well, and
I think my
love it.
favorite scene in that is Sarah Jessica Parker drunk at the bar when she runs into Amy's first. And she's like, "Oh." And then invites him to show up the next morning at Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
makes me not sad that I don't have like, man, I don't have sisters. I think sisters are the only people that would probably do that to their sibling.
probably. Okay, so we'll have book recs over on the website, or DM any of us at any time if you're looking for something specific holiday. If one of us doesn't know, we'll ask the others and come back with a recommendation for you. If you are not in our Discord, you should hop into our Discord because we will have some holiday stuff coming up, like some watch alongs and silent book clubs are happening throughout the next month as we work on clearing books from our TBR, which I'm sure this list just totally helped everybody.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
welcome. um, so we have, I think this is week 4 of Project Backlist.
Yeah.
And at Buzzing About Romance, we know every romance reader loves discovering an author's backlist where some of their best hidden gems are waiting to be found. That is part of what encouraged us to launch this Project Backlist, because these are authors that have been around a minute, that have been writing really phenomenal stories, and we feel like people need to be reading them. So this week's Project Backlist author is author Mari Carr. And she's one of the first authors that I read that wrote thruples and has been writing thruples since like 2015.
Oh wow. Has it been that long?
Yeah, because she has her Wild Irish series, and that has a second gen. So this week's Project Backlist author is Mari Carr, and we're exploring her Italian Stallion series. Book 1 is Down and Dirty, and this is a male, female, male romance. It's an age gap rescue romance, single mom, close proximity, and it starts the series, which is this complete found family vibe. It is so good. Like, there are divisions of the family that don't like other people, and it's just this big boisterous Italian family, and they're friends, and they come together, and there's an aunt who is nosy and in everybody's business, and she's a delight. This Down and Dirty is available in ebook across all platforms. You can find it in the library. It is in Kobo Plus. And this book 1, Down and Dirty, is currently free on all platforms. So you can find it for free in Apple Books, on Kindle, or over on Kobo. So I read it when it first came out. I love this series. Like, I have so many favorites in this series. So if you are not sure with Mari Carr, you can pick up any of her books and start anywhere. You do not have to start with book 1 to understand the dynamic of the family and such.
If you have Kobo Plus, Down and Dirty is audio there.
Okay. So the audio is in Kobo Plus. Awesome. Okay. So that's Project Backlist. Now it's that time. It's that time, everybody, for Book of the Week. Book of the Week time. Lindsey, what's your book of the week?
So I'm like not reading a seasonally appropriate book at all. It's Autumn of the Grimoire by J.L. Vampa. It's actually a ridiculously slow burn. I think I'm at like 80% and they're like they've basically only kissed. But it's a
Oh,
wit romance and it's like written. Have you read it before, Amanda?
No, I haven't. I'm looking it up right now.
But like so the cover is gorgeous. It's four witches. They're the seasonal like each witch is a seasonal witch.
Oh,
And
nice.
Autumn is the witch of death. And they have this like basically they only meet each other on the equinoxes. They're like 300 years old. So like the solstice or the equinox, they get together, they transition power to the next witch. During their season, they're challenged with like keeping the balance of the world, and she winds up getting engaged to a prince who she doesn't realize is a reaper, and like she's usually tasked with bringing about death. He is, bringing souls into the afterworld. It's deeply political. The world is complicated. The imagery is insanely amazing. Like the writing is so good that it doesn't even bother. It doesn't. I don't even know if it's romance. I don't even know because there's been like kissing, and that's it.
What's
I
it
don't know
called
if there's
again?
a happily ever after
That's
yet, but I'm like
that sounds
90%
right up my alley.
left.
So yeah.
It's so good.
Lindsay, what is
So
it
good.
called again?
Autumn of the Grimoire by J.L. Vampa.
Okay.
I put it on the
On the
doc
doc.
for
Perfect.
Yeah, and I blame Becky for this because she was like talking about how long and I was in read only for like a week, and I was like, oh, I wonder what my oldest one in Kindle is, and I looked and it was this one, and I was like, well, I'm gonna read this because
This was not my fault. I do not know
No.
who even started that
It was
conversation.
Stacy.
No, I should thank you. It was so I don't know. No, I couldn't read the Discord, so it was like in the group chat you guys
Oh,
were talking about that. Um,
it
and
was.
that's when I looked and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this. And it's been hard to put down.
Okay.
Nice.
Heather, what's your book of the week?
my book of the week is actually an arc that comes out, I think, December 3rd. It's Violet Promises by Marie Johnston. It is the first book in the like Oil Duke series. There is like a grandma left like this trust and this estate, and it's kind of all this wonky, and you have to be married to live in these houses. And Violet is a sister of one of the Duke's sisters, and we met her previously, and she's kind of very stoic and a little standoffish. And she is in town and sees her sister Lily so in love with Elliot and goes to the brewery that was in the previous series. So it's actually like the Fargo brewery that I was at, and it's so cute. And she has a one night stand and ends up pregnant. And it's Evander Baron is the hero, and he is so grumpy and stoic and has every literal right to be. And I love them, and I sort of want to live to Crocus Valley.
I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah.
You guys, if you just need a spot on your Kindle Unlimited, so when this book comes out, immediately pick it up and immediately read it, and you're welcome.
Okay. Amanda, what is your book of the week?
My book of the week is Poker Face by Maggie Gates. So her new book is Seven of Hearts, and I guess it ties into her Beaufort Poker series, and I hadn't read that yet, so I decided it was time for me to read it. So it's book one, and it's Maggie and Luca. Maggie is a pastry chef. Luca is kind of like a celebrity chef. They meet in person on like one of those celebrity baking shows. She already has like a blatant dislike of him from something that happened before that he doesn't even know that she doesn't like him. But they end up actually like running into each other before the competition, and he's kind of like dressed down. She doesn't know it's him. They have like a moment, and then, of course, after the competition, she's all like, I hate you. But then he ends up buying the restaurant that she works at in Beaufort. So it's boss employee. There is like he just wants her to want him and not be mad at him. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm very excited to like finish the series so that I'm all caught up before the new one comes out.
Awesome. It sounds
So.
great. My book of the week is also an arc that comes out on December the 3rd. It is Keep Me by Sarah Kate. This is her first fully trad pub release with Sourcebooks. It takes place in a Scottish castle. He is incredibly grumpy. He has been pretty much living as a shut-in for the last 10 years in his family estate. People come to visit him and it's his friends, but they only come for sex parties. That's the hero. The heroine, she breaks into his house to get a picture of a typewriter for her boyfriend. And that's when they meet, and then things move forward. And her family convinces her to marry him for 1 year. And at the end of the year, they'll give her $10 million. She has to do some things in order for that to happen. So he knows that she agreed to this fake marriage, but he doesn't know all the terms. So I really enjoyed it. It is very, very spicy. It is what I've been missing out of the last couple Sarah Kate books that I have read. Like, this has back to the spice and the connection and the couples that we saw in like Praise and stuff. So I'm excited for everybody to check out Keep Me by Sarah Kate.
I'm excited for that one.
This month's swag packs are sponsored by Emma Fox, Shannon Elliott, and Danica Flynn. If you would like to get swag packs, you can find details over on our Patreon, which is linked on our show notes, or you can find it in all our social media. We are currently working on our Clear the TBR challenge. You win Book Bunny for reading the books that you have let linger on your TBR. There are details over on our website. You also get entries for coming to Silent Book Club, which is fun. We read for about 45 to 50 minutes, and then we spend the second half just catching up on everyone. Last weekend, we watched The Fight on Netflix.
Oh boy.
Were you watching it when you did Silent Book Club?
Yeah,
Nice.
we watched it. It was really entertaining. It's just kind of a low-key girls' night. With zero expectations but to come and read your book. So make sure you join us back here for Wednesday. We're going to have our own version of Drinks Giving and our own discussion of Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. And then we are back next Sunday to talk about all the new authors that we discovered in 2024. And if you would like a list of all the books that we talked about, please check out our On the Shelf show notes at buzzingaboutromance.com. You can find a current list of our Wednesday episode books also over on our website. This is it for this episode of Buzzing About Romance. We hope your TBR is now overflowing with holiday cheer, swoony Santas, and plenty of spice. Moments to keep you warm this season. Whether you're into jolly rom-coms or those one-bed snowed-in tropes that make your heart race, there's something for everyone to enjoy this holiday season. Don't forget to let us know which holiday reads you're most excited to dive into. Tag us on social media with your favorite picks or the books you've added to your TBR that we suggested. And if you loved this episode, please make sure you share it with your romance reading friends. We are the gift that keeps on giving.
Sure.
Anyway.
That's what we tell ourselves anyway.
Until next time, everyone. Happy reading.
Bye.
Bye.